Hello and welcome to The Final Authority, where we keep it real, discussing real issues in real time affecting our community. I'm your moderator today, Lynette Johnson, and on the panel with me I have
Brian Isaac Marshall
and
Jaleesa Hall.
Now, recently, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, 2 days after he was to be handed the Best CD of the Year award, rapper T.I. was led to handcuffs into the federal courtroom to face federal weapon charges. T.I. missed Saturday's BET Hip Hop Award show in Atlanta because he was arrested hours earlier for possessing 3 unregistered machine guns and 2 silencers, and for possession of firearms by a convicted felon. Now, in your opinion, do celebrities think that they are above the law, and explain why?
I'll take this one. I believe that they are above the law, because if they had respect for the laws and the rules of this country, they wouldn't do some of the idiotic things that they do. Like, why would you have your bodyguard? You can't even buy the weapons, but you have your bodyguard like buy the weapons for you. You know, and the weapons, like you mentioned earlier, no man, like, you can't give them, like, they're not legal in the United States. So why would you put yourself in that predicament unless you know, like, I can get away with it?
I don't know what celebrities think. Like, you know, really, I can't really answer that question. Like, do I think they're above law? I don't know what they think, but I think that some of them are a little crazy. And I just don't know where you would think that, I don't know who you think you are, that you think you can go buy some guns. Not just no gun to shoot no little bird or nothing, but some guns that can do some damage. You know what I mean? Like guns I've never even seen or heard of, you know, for real. Like, that's just ridiculous. What was he gonna do with them guns? Like, that was just ignorant.
Well, that I do not know, but one thing I can say, well, one thing I will say is I don't think that rappers, I don't know about celebrities, but this is rappers. I don't think that rappers think they're above the law. Like, you have to look at where some of them came from, like the mentality. And many of them believe it's not that they think they're above the law, it's more so that they think the law cannot protect them. Where you have a lot of these rappers, the only thing they do know the law, well, the law being good, are police officers. And they dealt with police brutality. And then you have them where even if they're in gangs or other things, they can't even go to the cops, because then it's being faithful to the hood or the community. They'll be known as snitches. So as far as more saying they're above the law, no. It's just that they try to protect themselves, when why reach out for someone to protect you that weren't protecting you when you were in, you know, in those positions that actually cause you now to think, you know, I have to protect myself.
You said that they think that the law cannot protect them. I really don't understand that, because the law protects, first of all, it's supposed to protect everybody. However, because that they are celebrities and the things that they still doing, they're in the public eye. And so, like, you know, if you do anything illegal, I don't care who you are, it's wrong. But you know that you're in the public eye. Why would you do these things when you know that people are looking at you and you know you have a history of these type of activities? And so the police officers are going to be on you because you have a record. So what would make you think, what in your mind would process that you can go buy some guns?
Now, I'm not
and you're
saying,
convicted felon.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that T.I. isn't wrong.
No, he's wrong.
I mean, right. He was very wrong. But far as more as when you say, you know, I think those are 2 different questions. Do you think T.I. was wrong for having a handgun? Because people, not a handgun, but machine guns, but people actually get those things, well, weapons, when, you know, they do hold their faith in police officers or whatever. But the thing was, do we feel that these rappers or these celebrities think they're above the law? Because you go purchase weapons, it doesn't necessarily mean you think you're above the law. I wouldn't say they think they're above the law. Like I said, you have to go back, like when you say you don't understand why, like guys who are from the hood, you, like, the mentality is completely different. It's something that just because they become famous the next day or a year or 2, oh, everything changed. After living in that for like the 20 years of your life, you think just 2 years of fame is gonna, no. But at the same time, it's not them saying, oh, I'm above the law, no.
So, you know, I'm sorry.
I mean, I would, personally, I mean, that mentality or coming from, you know, that heart, the hood or whatever, that's no excuse. I mean, because for him to go under I mean, you said people, purchase weapons all the time. They go through the proper channels. They get licensed or whatever they do to buy those weapons. But for him to try to go under the table through his bodyguard to get those weapons, and that goes to show you that he doesn't think he has to even go through proper channels by getting a license. You understand what I'm saying? So
he just seems like he doesn't even care.
Right.
And that's the thing.
Right.
That's the thing. Maybe it's not that he thinks he's over the law. Maybe it's just that he doesn't respect the law. Well, and that's more so. I think that's what that is.
But that's not an excuse, though.
Right. It's not an excuse. I'm not excusing him buying the weapons. I'm just trying to say, far as more as because his actions, that doesn't mean he thinks he's above the law. Like, no, they know they're not. They know they have some type of ideal, if not all of them. They know there are certain things that they really can and cannot do.
I think that some of them think that their money gets them out of these situations that they put them in, but what they don't understand is that it just put them under more scrutiny because of the limelight that they're in. It just seems as to me that when you come up in the world, or not even people who just come up, but the fact that they are celebrities, that you would think enough to know that I am someone who everyone sees, and I want to set an example. You know what I mean? Forget the hood where you came from. Change that. The hood where you came from is not, and how the police treated you and all that stuff. None of that are excuses to me.
It's not to even use it as an excuse, but like I said, it's like wherever you go, little parts of wherever you came from, it falls onto you. Okay? Now, just because he's a celebrity, being a celebrity doesn't have his own a celebrity, a person in limelight. But it doesn't say what type of person. So if I come out of the hood and projects and then I hit the lottery and become famous for $3 million, now it's time for me to act like a celebrity? Okay,
this is my thing. If you, by you becoming a celebrity, from speaking of your background, becoming a celebrity, totally different from how you were raised. If you can't handle that, then maybe you do need to go sit in a jail. If you can't handle, if you can't even conform to even, abide in the law. I don't care if you in the hood. If you in the hood, you can abide by the laws. The hood is not an excuse for you not abiding by the laws. But because you're out, if you are not able to function as a loyal citizen to the United States, then maybe you need to go sit in the jail somewhere where you can have time to just,
Let's put some things in perspective. T.I. ultimately is a grown man. He knows what's right and what's wrong. As a matter of fact, he has a wife and 5 kids.
And another one on the way.
Right. So with all that being said, what's the right thing to do and what's not. So when he decided that he wanted these guns that nobody ever heard of, or that's not even illegal in the United States, or whatever the case may be, I mean, the mentality he didn't even, like you said, we didn't even care. He didn't even regard it. So it's kind of like,
because of that, you think that he thinks he's above the law?
Yeah, because yes, of course.